Hello everyone, Vincent here at the Music Alliance. It's here, the GRBass Groove Amplifier, or should I say, it's here, the GRBass Groove Amplifier series. Because there are actually two amplifiers in this series. One is 800 watts, one is 1200 watts. They are almost the same, but the power is different. What's cool about these is that they use tubes in the preamp. GRBass has not done that before. They have made a blend of a really lightweight modern amplifier with a Class D power amplifier and tube technology for the preamp, which gives you the possibility to add some color, some vintage overtones or even overdrive to your sound if you want to. If you don't want to, you can keep the gain low and it will stay really clean. If you turn up the gain, you will start to notice that the sound changes. It will soften the attacks. If you dig in hard, if you turn it up a little more, it will overdrive the loudest peaks while keeping the rest of your playing clean. I think that's the happy place for most of us because it enhances the dynamic feel of the amplifier. It really works together with you to express what you want to convey by your playing. If you want to go further, you can. By turning up the gain, you can make a slightly overdriven sound. And if you press the button or use the foot switch that you can plug in the back, it's not included, but you can use a standard foot switch to go to the next channel. What I've understood is that the two preamp tubes that are in here are used in a different way when the button is pressed, so that there will be more overtones and overdrive in your sound. You can use that subtly, or you can crank it all the way and get a really heavily overdriven sound that will be enough for all types of music that use overdrive. Cool stuff. For the rest of it, there are some similarities, many similarities between the controls of the Groove and, for example, the 1-800 amplifier, one of the best known models. It has the same 4-band equalizer with a sub-frequencies button, a bright frequencies button, and a selectable frequency for the low mids and the high mids control. And also you have the same, maybe you can see the lights, pure control, which bypasses the equalizing totally to make your sound as pure as possible, make the signal chain within the amplifier as short as possible from the input to the output. So, cool stuff. You can really notice everybody working at GRBass. I think that's 5 people are bassists themselves. One of the things that I think is really clever is that there is one auxiliary input on the front and one in the back. Why would you need that, you might say? They're so close together. Well, there is a difference. This one is a mini jack input, so you can just plug in your phone here or any other MP3 player, for example, and you can use it to practice. Really handy. But in the back, there's a XLR auxiliary in, and you can use this in a live or studio situation to plug in something here that you want only you to be able to hear through your headphones. There's a headphone output on this amplifier, and anything that you put in this auxiliary input will be heard only through the headphone output and not through the speaker. Really clever stuff. So for example, your click track or your monitor mix can be in your headphones only. So that's really cool. There's also a really cool DI output on this amplifier of really high quality. There's a dedicated level control for that on the front. Oh, also really cool. This is a send and return for an effect that you might want to have close to your amplifier. For example, an external equalizer or effects processor, something like that. You can just power it from the dedicated isolated 9-volt output that's over here. So you don't need an extra adapter, you just need a patch cable for the power of the effect. Really clever. So, as you can see, there are 2 speak-on outputs on the back, which means that you can use it with 1 or 2 cabinets. If you make sure that it is 2.7 ohm or higher, then you can just plug in anything here that can handle the massive 800 or 1200 watts that this thing can put out. So, cool stuff. I really dig it. Hope you do too. Hope this was something that helps you. Thank you for listening and see you next time. Bye bye.